Oh, yeah, finally. So, let's get started. So, my talk today is not exactly related to Android development, but, you know, we are living in 2024, and so all technologies, so somehow related to AI. So my talk will be about AI in mobile development. And the full name of my talk, it sounds like on-device fine-tune Gemma in your mobile or web application. But before we started, let me tell a few words about myself. So my name is Sasha Denisov. I work for EPAM Systems as a chief software engineer. And I am not Android developer. Yeah, I am a Flutter developer. But I used to be Android developer, yeah, I swear, before becoming Flutter developer. And I'm Google developer expert in Flutter, Dart, and Firebase, and organizer of Flutter Berlin community. So when you will be in Berlin, welcome to our meetups if you're interested in Flutter at least a little bit. Yeah, Flutter. Yeah, I told Flutter. Sorry, many times, but we are DroidCon Lisbon. But anyway, I have a small question for you. Please raise your hand who knows what Flutter is. Amazing. Me too. I'm a speaker, I should know, yeah, and I'm a Flutter expert. Yeah. And please raise your hand who is a Flutter developer. Oh, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mm-hmm. Okay, nice. So for people who don't know, a short introduction for Flutter. Yeah, Flutter is Google framework that gives you opportunity to write cross-platform application using Dart language for Android, iOS, and since 2021, yeah, for web and desktop too. And what I wanted to tell, but oh, yeah, sorry, I am just Flutter developer and a little bit forgot what I'm going to talk about. Let's come back to our topic. Okay, on-device fine-tune Gemma in your mobile or web application. So the title is really long and sounds complicated. Let's try to separate it and discuss part by part. So who knows what Gemma is? Okay, 3, 4. Okay, I will explain. So, who knows what does it mean on device machine learning and device AI? Okay, much more. And what does it mean fine-tuned model? Okay, less. So let's separate my talk by three parts and discuss Gemma, on-device machine learning, and fine-tuned Gemma too. So, Gemma story. I will start a little bit far from here, and the question is, who knows what is this? Yeah, suppose everybody knows that 2024. And this? Yeah, and what do you like more, ChatGPT or Gemini? Who like ChatGPT more? Please raise your hand. Okay. Fair enough. And who like Gemini more? Yeah. Okay. So, but what is AI? What happens? What happens when we use these tools, ChatGPT or Gemini? So there is generative AI tool. What does it mean, generative AI? Generative AI is a AI that generate something for you, generate kind of content. It can be text, it can be image, can be video, sound, music, whatever. Something generated. And in comparison with previous understanding of AI that was before generative AI came to us, it was predictive AI. It's two different types of AI that created for solving different tasks. For example, like predictive AI for analysis of something, prediction of something, and generative AI for generating. We can ask predictive AI, for example, give to it photo of cat, yeah, by cat, I don't know why cat, but cat, and ask, is it a cat? And AI will answer, for example, like, yes, is it a cat? This is a cat with probability 95%, and 5% is it not a cat, like dog. And for generative AI, we're asking to generate for us cat. And generative AI will generate us a photo of cat. And if talk about generating of texts, not of photos, there is approach with like large language models. Who familiar with large language models? So yeah, all tools that I mentioned, like ChatGPT and Gemini, use this approach. It's not exactly AI, not exactly intelligence. It's just a model trained on huge amount of texts generated by humanity. And based on this analysis, this model can generate for you sentences with probability, with sentence of words with highest probability of next word. For example, as you can see at this slide. So it's raining cats, and as classical example, and then model should choose the next word that will be next in this sentence. And the highest probability of the next word will be word dog, probability of 0.9. And then different amounts, different set of words that can be put there with less probability. So, for example, if we provide a sentence to be or not to be, what will be the highest probability of the next word in this sentence? Who can try to guess? Yes, exactly. Yeah, but it was wrote by AI. Yeah, it was by Shakespeare. But in text on which this model were trained, a lot of Shakespeare text, and the highest probability for this model will be, of course, Shakespeare. So, and because the model trained on poetry too, we can even ask models to write poetry for us. For example, I asked ChatGPT and Gemini wrote poems about DroidCon Lisbon. I'm trying to read it, but yeah. ChatGPT. At DroidCon Lisbon, tech dreams take flight, a city of culture, innovation, and light. Coders and thinkers all gathered as one, building the future under Lisbon's sun. Ideas spark bright like stars in the sky. Android in focus, ambitions are high. From talks to connection in every hall, DroidCon Lisbon, a home for us all. And Gemini. In Lisbon's heart a tech scene thrives. DroidCon descends where passion thrives. Developers gather minds alight, sharing knowledge day and night. From workshops grand to talks so bright, the future unfolds in plain sight. Android magic in every hand, innovation blooms across the land. So raise a glass, let spirits soar. DroidCon Lisbon forevermore. A celebration pure and grand, where tech dreams take their boldest stand. Who thinks that ChatGPT is a better poet? And who likes Gemini more? Yeah, so probably in some time we will buy books after wrote by Gemini, poetry by Gemini. Yeah, and so like model can be trained by poetry. With poetry, it can be trained with code as well. So, but AI is not a coder. He knows nothing about algorithms. He has a high probability of the next symbol because it's trained on already created by human code. What do you think? What will be next in this sentence? This is why 10? Who knows? Yeah. Mostly in GitHub, probably there were 10. So yeah, there's a nice meme about it. So if you don't see this, I can read it. So developer talk with ChatGPT, I scanned your GitHub account and stole your code. Developer answer, cool, did you get it to work? So never trust the code generated by AI, but check it, because it's just generated based on human wrote code, and human did mistakes. Okay. I mentioned Gemini already. Gemini is an AI model created by Google, and Google welcomed us to Gemini era in this Google I/O. But Gemini is not only one model created by Google. So finally we came to Gemma. So Gemma is another type of model created by Google using the same technology as Gemini, but very much lighter, lightweight, and with less less capabilities than Gemini. But the size of Gemma model is really small in comparison with Gemini. And Gemma is open. What does it mean, open model? Who knows? It's a kind of open source, but related to machine learning. So you can take these models and just play with it, fine-tune them, additionally train, and so on, and create your own models based on initial models and publish it. So it's like open source, but it can't be named open source because there is no code. This is just model. Yeah, there is a list of Gemma goals that Google has when created this model. So how to get the Gemma to try to use it? Because everybody knows how to take Gemini. You can open Gemini Google.com or open AI Studio or Google Cloud. But where can I get Gemma? Now there are free sources where you can get Gemma. It's Kaggle, Hugging Face, and Vertex AI and Google Cloud. So Vertex AI and Google Cloud is almost the same approach as with Gemini, but a little bit different. You can go to Model Garden in Google Cloud, choose the Gemma model, and deploy it to endpoint. Yeah, but yeah, be careful, because when deployed to endpoint, you start to lose your money. Yeah, so because it's not really small from perspective of having it in cloud. But so yeah, you can just use interface in Google Cloud and deploy it and use. But the thing is that Gemma is open model that has size that you can just download it to your device and use exactly on your device without any cloud, without any internet connection. You can go to Kaggle, for example, choose the proper and most appropriate Gemma for you. There are two different types of Gemma, 2 billion and 7 billion parameters. It's different by size, so of course 2 billion parameters is smaller than 7 billion parameters, but 7 billion parameters more powerful than 2 billion parameters. And just download it and use on your device. Here we came to the second part of the talk on device Gemma. So, as you probably know, there is a ML framework for using on device with name TensorFlow Lite. Is a simplified version of TensorFlow that provide the opportunity to launch your models exactly on device, including Android. And Google create one more framework to simplify this thing with name Mediapipe. It has SDK for iOS, Android, and web, and provide the opportunity to work different types of model, including Gemma. for generating text. So you can just upload models that you downloaded from Kaggle to your device and work with it without cloud bills, without privacy concerns, without internet connection, and you will have your own small AI on device. To try to use this Mediapipe framework, they even created Mediapipe Studio, one more studio to work with AI models, and you can connect your downloaded Gemma to it and just check what do you want to get from it. So there is a screenshot from Kaggle. You can see there are a lot of different options you can download because there is a different type of Gemma, 2 billions, 7 billions, prepared specifically for CPU, for GPU. So there is a different types of exact binary. You need to choose a tab TensorFlow Lite and choose a proper model. Then press download, and you will get it onto your device. And you are Android developers. I'm partially Android developer. So I created the slide to show how to put this model to your device. You have ADB. You need just connect your device to your laptop and upload model to the common shared folder to your device. So, and after this, you will be able to call it from your code. So Gemma provides a few different options how to configure it. You can provide model path, where did you put it to your device, maximum amount of tokens, top K, temperature, and random seed. It's only 1, 2, 3, 5 parameters that you're able to set with Gemma. Model path, yeah, I mean, maximum tokens. Do you know what does mean maximum tokens? Yeah, please. Yes. Exactly. So maximum amount of tokens is how many tokens, after generation, how many tokens model should stop generation. Because you don't need, for example, like long read, you need like short answer or something like this. Yeah. So top K is the number of tokens the model consider at each step of generation. Temperature. The temperature is interesting thing. Yeah. In the beginning, I mentioned that the next word in sentence should have the highest probability of getting there. So if there is a highest probability, it means the model will generate always the same sentence because of only one word is highest probability. So model goes this way only if temperature is set to 0. If temperature is 0, so model takes the highest word with highest probability. If you increase temperature, model start playing and take words with less probability and become more creative and has more variations with generated text in the result. And random seed also for creativity. So there is Android code snippet, how to use it. It's a very, very, very simple thing. You need to initialize Gemma in the beginning and then generate response method or generate response asynchronously to get a response asynchronously. And there is not only Android, as I mentioned. Is there any chance that there is an iOS developer in the room? Oh yeah, I'm surprised. Two developers. Yeah, for iOS, absolutely the same. Yeah, because it's cross-platform framework. You also initialized LLM inference with options and different values of these parameters, and then request generation. I'm a Flutter developer. I decided to check if is there already prepaid plugin for Flutter, because Mediapipe doesn't provide Flutter SDK from out of the box. And I found in pubdev Gemma 001. But the old code that was in the repository, you see at the screen. So I realized that looks like Gemma 001 doesn't work. So I created my own plugin, Flutter Gemma. So if you would like to play with Gemma using Flutter, you can use it, and just send me feedbacks and requests to fixes and so on. There are already some issues that I didn't fix yet because it was concentrated on preparation to conference. But after tomorrow, I will be able to close the issues that people already raised. Flutter works absolutely the same way. So you initialize model and then can get response and get response asynchronously. So I recorded how it works with Flutter, but with iOS and Android, it's absolutely the same. So you can, looks like work call. I forgot to switch off Teams. Sorry for this. So because Flutter just work on top of Mediapipe, on top of native, so you can do absolutely the same with your Android native device. And everything happens locally. So if you switch off internet connection, it will generate text for you. And the third part, fine-tune Gemma. So now fine-tuning, it is fine-tuning. So if you have already pre-trained base large language model that trained on huge amount of text, but you have like specific topic with which you would like to work with your model, so you can fine-tune the model, like additionally train it with a small additional amount of data related to specific topic and adopt this model to work better in this direction. For example, I don't know, medicine. You have based model trained on huge amount of text about everything, but you would like to use it for medical application and for help to doctor to generate, I don't know, something to get proper description of disease by symptoms. And you have a specific data set with this medical data, and you can additionally train model without like creation model from scratch to work with this direction. So pre-trained Gemma Gemma also can be okay. So Gemma also has specific pre-trained model that you can then fine-tune. There are two types of Gemma: pre-trained and already tuned for chat purposes. So you can download already tuned Gemma and use it immediately, or you can download pre-trained Gemma and fine-tune it. For fine-tuning, there is a specific approach with name low rank adaptation that give opportunity to train model very fast. And you have small amount of data and huge model, and using LoRa, this small amount of data helps to move the huge model to correct direction. And you can fine-tune it using Keras framework. Who tried to work with Keras already? So Keras is a framework that give you opportunity to play with models. So to fine-tune Gemma, there is an example of commands. What should you use to work with the Gemma in Keras? So you can use a Google Colab framework with already prepared scenarios to try your first fine-tuning. There is a link to example that you can use first, and there are already prepared everything to work with fine-tuning Gemma. There is a prepared small data set to fine-tune, so you just can copy command and just play next, play next, play next, and see how it works. After fine-tuning Gemma, you can generate the full model or additional set that then you can use using Mediapipe. So you can set up pre-trained Gemma and then set LoRa path and upload additional small amount of the data prepared by Keras. And upload only one big model to your device, and then for different purposes, upload only small LoRa data sets to work with fine-tuned Gemma there. And everything that I told you about Gemma already, it's everything about Gemma 1. But it's not only one Gemma that Google create. For example, Google created code Gemma that already fine-tuned on code generation. So you can take this model and using it for your code purposes locally on device without internet connection. Besides that, there is a recurrent Gemma that works with increased performance and work better, but size is a little bit bigger. Or PolyGemma. Now, PolyGemma is a first open model that will give you opportunity to work with images, not only with text. But yeah, size also not really small. And finally, recently they announced Gemma 2, and trained on bigger amount of data that has 9 billion and 27 billion of parameters. But there is one small issue with it. Yeah, it's too big. So now you can't now using Gemma 2 on your mobile devices, yeah, because the size. I didn't put it there. I don't exactly remember, about 30 gigabytes or something. So you can't use it on your local devices. So I have no projects in production already that I can use as an example to demonstrate how it works. But I prepared one workshop to demonstrate how to play with Gemma on different type of devices. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is in Flutter, but you can take a look anyway, because as I mentioned, the approach is absolutely the same. It doesn't matter, do you work with Flutter or do you work with native Android. So I created generative AI fireside chat. It's a small application where I connected 3 different AI models, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Gemma. And they just talk with each other without interaction with the user, without human. Human just gives a first direction, what they should to discuss, and then they started to talk. And yeah, Gemini, ChatGPT, and Gemma. And we can connect 2 Gemmas if you wish. Yeah. So this is screenshots because it's implemented for different types of platform, for iOS, Android, and web. And you see the participants of discussion is ChatGPT, Gemma, and Gemini. And sometimes, you know, the conversations are really, really fun. For example, in Barcelona, when I presented this workshop, a community asked me, please ask them who is better, Barcelona or Real Madrid. And I don't know by the reason, ChatGPT told that Real Madrid has more wins and something like this, and Gemini answered that no, you can't tell this way. Barcelona is a different approach, and they started to to discuss who is better. It was really fun. So, and the audience gave big applause because decided Gemini is better, yeah, because Gemini loves Barcelona. Yeah. But sometimes, because I didn't do like specific trainings for the dialogues and specific restrictions, sometimes it becomes like infinite loop of something. You are the best, thank you for your attention, and thank you for your words, and you know, infinite loop of thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and you have to stop it, yeah, because it's impossible to watch infinite way. So it was everything that I wanted to show you, but probably it was short, but. So if you have a question, specific question related to this, feel free to ask. And you can connect me in LinkedIn or on Twitter. And if you have no questions now, you can ask me questions later. Because, yeah, it's a really interesting opportunity to have AI and on your devices without any privacy concern, without internet connection. Probably in future, all mobile devices will have on-device machine learning AI models already when you just buy it, like Google Pixel 9. But now it's not ready, so you can use models such as Gemma. And yeah, you can like play with it as you wish. If you have already prepared model, so it's already prepared, not made by you, not trained by you. So thank you for your attention, and yeah, please questions.